by it. When he's doing all these dives, just have your buster ready and keep dashing around, and hopefully when you turn around for a quick shot, you'll be able to land a few of them on him. However, your best opportunities are going to be when he slowly comes down and starts trying to knock you away with his wings. This gives you a good couple of seconds to land in some big hits. Now that we have the helmet, we're going to go back to Flame Mammoth stage and pick up our suit upgrade from this level. We need the helmet in order to get up there. Thankfully though, it's not too far into the level, so we don't have to travel too much. After we drop down here, you'll see some bricks on the upper left corner that are breakable. You're going to have to do a running dash in order to get up there, and it may take you a few tries in order to get the right one so that you can land on it, and then once you do, just keep doing your jumps so that you can eliminate the bricks with your helmet. Get up here and we get our next suit upgrade. With now our upgrade to our Mega Buster, it's time to head to the next level. We're going to stop by Boomer Kuwanger's level. This new charged up blaster can do a lot of damage when it hits on most enemies in the game, destroying a lot of the normal enemies in only one blast. In this area of the stage, there's some lasers, and if you walk through them while they're going, it's going to cause these robots to fire at you. So try to get through the area quickly and carefully while trying to avoid taking too much damage from the little robots. For these large turtle enemies, deliver a full charged up blast with your new X-Buster, then a few small shots to take them out. If you're quick about it, you should be able to dodge most of their fire by only allowing them to get 1 or 2 missiles off in total. On this part, we're now going up an elevator. We're going to have some of those flying robots coming in at us, so it's going to be a little bit tricky to dodge them, but just make sure you stay out of the way of the ceiling spikes. Out here, we have to work our way up the side of the building. Sometimes we're going to have to wait for platforms to come out of the walls so that we can jump onto them in order to reach these ladders. As you can see, there's little cannons on them, and they only take a couple of shots to take out, so defeat them or ignore them by quickly getting off the platform and ending up on the ladder. When you reach the top, you're going to see a heart container in the upper right side. We can't get that yet. We actually need Boomer Kuwanger's move in order to get that. So once we defeat him, we'll have to come back to the stage in order to grab that item. After we reach the boss room, charge up your full blast and get ready for the battle. This is going to be a pretty tricky battle, especially if you don't have his weakness to use and you're just using your buster. Deliver your full charged up shot at him right off the bat, because that actually stuns him for a second and knocks him a little bit away. When he's disappearing and reappearing, it's really tricky to land hits on him because you're never quite sure where he's going to be, and he always seems to be right on top of you. And if he's standing right next to you, he'll go down with his horns and try to grab you and throw you, and that's going to do a lot of damage to you. So if you see him sneaking up on you, start jumping or moving immediately to try to avoid being grabbed. That's his main threat to deal with you. Deliver your full charged up shots every time you get the opportunity, and if he's getting close, hang on the walls for a few seconds till he gets right up on the wall, then jump over him and start heading towards the opposite wall. Once he's been defeated, we get his boomerangs as our next weapon, and now instead of going to the next level, go right back in the Boomer Clanger stage and work your way back up to that platform. I'm just going to skip ahead to where I'm standing there, equip the item, and then do a small jump and throw out one of those boomerangs in order to hit the item and bring it towards you. Once you have it, back out of the stage and it's time to move on to the next level of the game, launch Octopus. Launch Octopus is probably one of the hardest robot masters to contend with if you're not going to use one of the secrets against him or his weakness. And even with his weakness, he can be a little bit tricky to outmaneuver. Being a water-themed level, you're going to have less gravity, of course, while in the water. While working your way through these parts, you're going to have these seahorses that pop out of the ground. Just deliver a shot to them and continue your way forward. These deliver a full charged up shot to this submarine, and then keep blasting it and try to do your best to avoid the little missiles that it ends up shooting at you. They move in two distinct patterns, and if you're lucky, you should be able to destroy them before the ones are actually able to make contact with you. So just keep delivering your shots and taking out the smaller missiles with charged up shots, or if you do get hit, thankfully, they only do a little bit of damage. These fish robots can suck you into them, and you're going to have to fire your way out if you get caught inside of one of them. Once again, we have another one of these submarine-like things to take out, trying to do our best to deliver our shots while avoiding the missiles. However, when he brings you towards them, you got to be careful that you don't end up getting sucked in towards the spikes. In this area, ride this whirlpool up and get on top of the ship and deliver charged up shots to take it out. We need this ship in order to get down to another part of the stage. It may take a little bit, but once it gets destroyed, continue riding it as it sinks into the ocean. It'll take out a large amount of ground, allowing you to get to another part of the stage. Once it lands, go inside this gap in the opening on the right side, and get ready for a mini-boss battle against this large snake-like enemy. You may have noticed that in Flame Mammoth stage, the large heads of these robots was actually one of the things that was being manufactured. Stand on the back of it, just behind the head of it, and deliver charged up shots or normal shots to it as you're riding it. You have to jump off every now and then as it does a big turn, so that you can avoid falling off of it or running into its tail. Once it's been destroyed, jump over to this side of the screen and grab the heart piece to increase your health a little bit more. Once we have it, go back through the opening on the left side and work your way back up the wall. Once we're over here, we're going to have to contend with another